Hello, hello, and welcome to the extended week ahead for the week of the 18th to the 24th of September. And this is week 14 of the Venus retrograde group. And even though Venus is now direct, we are still feeling the third hit of her experience, this week being the third hit of Venus trine Chiron. But first of all, let's get into the spicy week ahead that we've got with the moon now here in Scorpio. All right, so already had one person say that 309 they felt it. I know that I had an interesting afternoon. I didn't want to sting anyone, but it was still pretty good. All right, so okay, so what did we have this morning? Oh, this morning we had the moon conjunct the south node. So there was still some stuff in the air this morning that the south node being ruled by Libra Venus, you know the story by now. We were looking at situations in relationships or how we were relating with other people, and we're letting stuff go. So as the moon goes into Scorpio, down into the depths of our soul and those hidden places that we, generally people don't like to reside in the darkness, but personally, I think it's where all the golden jewels are, and it is where we get our strength, and it is I don't know, it's so very Chiron related too. I mean, the 8th house in Scorpio is also trauma and crisis. It's Pluto, so we're looking at, both the moon and Chiron at the moment are being ruled by Mars in Libra. There's just all these things that are sort of, tying the whole story together. All right, so what have we got here? We've got, let's have a look at the grid. All right. So currently we have this moon trine Saturn. So we probably, Mick today had got so much work done, and I got so much work done this morning. I just smashed it all out. So hopefully, I know I'm talking retrospectively, anytime there's a moon trine Saturn, in theory, you really can get a lot of good work out. All right, so we've still got this Sun opposition Neptune that is exact on Tuesday. So, Mercury is now direct, but as you can see, it is still at that 8-degree mark. So it hasn't moved off its station degree yet, although it's not as hectic as what it was. I still have found myself mindlessly scrolling. Hopefully, once Mercury moves, that will go away, because it's not something that I've ever really done before. This time, I absolutely have. All right, what else? So that was the Sun opposition Neptune. Like I said, let's just go forward to tomorrow, because we've still got this Scorpio moon tomorrow. Okay, so Sun opposition Neptune. Now, I feel like with this one, the Sun is in Virgo, and we're looking at healthcare, self-care, service to others, animals. I often forget to say small animals. So with the self-care focus, like this, it's an opposition full moon, there's tension, it's like there's adjustment required. Anyway, I wonder if the rose-colored glasses are coming off, or the foggy haziness that we have been experiencing just the last couple of days. It just amplified the whole new moon Mercury station retrograde. It was all amplified by the Sun opposition Neptune. All right. Now we've also got tomorrow, being Tuesday, moon opposition Jupiter. All right. So I wonder with that one whether there's going to be, okay, so Sun opposition Neptune, moon opposition Jupiter. Oh, that is a classic recipe for overindulgence, possibly of the drugs and alcohol, or food, sugar, the excesses, and the moon's in Scorpio. So, if we do go deep and we get into some sort of, we can't work through our old emotional traumas, and then the Neptune Jupiter kick in, we might just be like, fuck it, just indulge. All right. So just be aware of that one. I mean, any of those addictions, you know, it could be money. I mean, if it's Venus related, Jupiter in Taurus, money. You know, so if you are a spender, then watch for your spending, because you might not be able to see what you're doing. All right. So that Sun opposition Neptune could just have, you know, the fog. It's just going to be there. All right. What else have we got? So, in addition to that one, we've got the Moon square Venus. And then Venus also passed her square to Jupiter. All right. So that being the third hit, you know, I sort of, you know, when you have a look at the bigger picture, Venus has had that third hit. She has got past the point where she's realized what she's doing. So maybe she might be able to say no. But you know, there is this tension with the Moon square Venus, all right, and the opposition. So that's a T square. All right. So, you know, there is tension. So, you know, in addition to the Neptune stuff, you know, maybe we could have an argument and just be like, whatever, you know, so just, I mean, this is for 6:30 tomorrow night. I'm just going day by day, but you know, these are the things that we're going to have to be looking at. All right, let's go through to Wednesday. Anything else there that I've missed? No. All right. So Wednesday, still got the moon in Scorpio. So it's actually like midnight on Wednesday night, Thursday morning that the moon goes in Scorpio. So I know it's like a normal time span, but this week it just felt exceptionally long. All right, so we've got Mercury off 8 degrees. The sun is past its opposition. So by Wednesday, we might actually, probably by Thursday, but you know, by Wednesday, in theory, we're going to be able to start moving and processing. And, you know, as soon as that moon moves into Sagittarius, we're coming back up again. You know, we've done our journey into the underworld. We're coming up. You know, we've got the inspiration of Sagittarius, that knowledge and understanding. You know, if we are in the mindset that we're looking to learn lessons while we're experiencing things, then we might come out the other side and be like, oh, okay, all right. We might be able to pull our bow back and shoot straight because we've got this extra understanding, and we can just let go, and we know that we're going to be facing the right direction. I mean, especially with Mercury and Venus now facing the right direction, we can be confident that we're going in the right way now. All right, so what else have we got here? So this was Wednesday. Was there anything else? I feel like I'm missing stuff. What do we got? Oh, Sun. Oh, that's right. Sun trine Pluto. Oh, that was a good one. Wednesday. All right. Sun trine Pluto Wednesday. No wonder I'm missing stuff. No, that's Thursday. Sun trine Pluto is exact on Thursday, but Wednesday. Oh, earlier on in the day, we've got Moon opposition Uranus. I was missing out on stuff. So let me go back earlier. So Wednesday morning, just be careful if you are somehow prone to anxiety or restlessness or irritation, you know, with the moon in Scorpio, it's going to be opposing Uranus. So we can get outside and we can let off some steam, or as I wrote in the words, we can let off some charge, because we do have Venus and Mars are now in a sextile to each other. Okay, so they're talking to each other nicely, but that is also amplifying some, I mean, I'm not going to say tension or friction, but it's frisky. It's like excited electrons type of energy. All right, so add in Uranus there. And then we've also got Mars in conjunct Jupiter. All right, so Mars is in Libra, and he knows that he's got to do his best to find balance. All right, so both Mars and Jupiter in Venus's sign, and Venus is up there and she's watching both of them. She is talking to both of them. So she's like, Jupiter, you just need to calm down, and Mars, you know what I need you to do so that we can work well together. So I don't know, I just feel like Wednesday's still going to be a little bit of a day where we're just going to be aware of ourselves. And if we do start feeling the just go, okay, it's whatever it is. All right. So it's just the heads up. All right. So let's go forward to Thursday. Now, Thursday, something you may have suspected or known about and didn't want to accept may come to light. All right. So this is that exact Sun trine Pluto. And then we've also got Lilith trine Uranus. So what do you reckon about the possibilities of some sort of secret coming out? I don't know. I just think there's going to be something about Thursday that's like, oh my God. All right. So we've also got, Venus is getting closer and closer to that trine to Chiron. So if there are unexpected things coming out, then it could be the healing. It could be that instigator of healing that Venus needs somehow. I don't know. I'm just looking at it all. I can just prepare yourself, because I just feel like something on Thursday is going to be big. Oh, and look at that. This is my exact lunar degree. So I'm going to be having a lunar return at that time on Thursday morning. Yay. All right. Friday. Okay, let's look at today. All right, so we have this beautiful fire grand trine. So inspiration, absolutely inspiration, love, healing, understanding. You know what needs to be adjusted. All right, so all the pieces are just going to start feeling like they're falling together. All right, so if it is something that has come up and been exposed, then it might be the thing that just puts everything into place. I love it. All right. So so there's inspiration and understanding, Venus knowing her worth and being unapologetic and proud. And then also Chiron, that healing aspect, the understanding and the healing, and it's connected to the North Node. So it's actually pushing us in a certain direction. So once all these dynamics start to sort of click into place, we get a better view of the path that we're heading down. Okay, so let's go through. Okay, so where am I? Saturday. All right, so Saturday morning, the moon moves into Capricorn at 6:20, being ruled by Saturn in Pisces, and there's a sextile. So if we have any, I don't know, maybe we will be able to remember why we had a dream and the reason why we want to work hard towards something. So there is an aspect here, one saying, the sun is also in conjunct Saturn. So the moon and Saturn are working together. All right. So if you can emotionally connect to the reason why you have to do the hard work, then you're going to be able to do the work. But the sun is starting to come up to in conjunct Saturn. So the sun in Virgo at 29 degrees, you might be really wondering whether it's actually all worth it. Right. So the sun in Virgo at 29 degrees is hypercritical. It's all of the energy of the, the previous 29 degrees, the culmination of the sign. And you could just be wondering if it's actually worth it. All right. So there's a bit of a conundrum. You can work towards it, but even that, maybe Saturn retrograde in Pisces is allowing you. So it's the second time it's hit this point. All right. So it gets back to 0, it doesn't go back into Aquarius, but we've been here once before. Maybe on the first pass it seemed like a good idea. So the second pass, which I didn't actually get what date the first pass was, sorry about that, but maybe this second pass is us emotionally connecting with it. There has been a lot of energy in the last couple of weeks where we have been allowing ourselves to change our mind. And even the other day, with this Mercury and Neptune and blah blah blah, one of the things I said last week was give yourself some wriggle room, or allow yourself to change your mind, because things are going to be changing. This could be one of those experiences where you're looking at the effort required You might say, yes, it's worth it. You might say, no, it's not. But just be open to allow what is your honest feeling to come through. All right. So I think that was the only thing. Oh, actually, oh my God, sorry, missed the big one entirely. Oh, actually, I can probably cover it more in the Venus one, but Venus is trine Chiron at 5:40 p.m. All right, so Venus is here, and you know, this is the last time she's here. She's hit this twice already. The first one was was her acknowledging it. The second was her working on it. And the third one now is her going, okay, I know what I need to do. You know, I mean, obviously, so, you know, if it's Chiron, there's going to be a wound, but, you know, not all wounds, not all scars hurt forever. All right. I mean, obviously, there's deep scars that are going to cause you pain. There's going to be scar tissue. You know, there's going to be memories, all of that. But some you can get through. And I mean, obviously, I'm not taking anything away from anyone. I'm just saying that there's a, you know, my whole thing is there's a line. Whereabouts do you sit? And like I was saying this morning, you know, your now is 100% your responsibility. You know, what's happened in the past is in the past. And I know everyone here is working through things and working towards a different future. So, you know, Venus is at this point where, you know, maybe this is the last time she acknowledges the issue that she's been working on this time. All right. This Venus retrograde. So, you know, put that in however you will. That is, like I said, at 5:40 on Saturday. All right. So let's go through to Sunday. Oh, sorry, missed the fact that we've got the equinox. There we go, 4:50. Okay, so the sun moves into Libra at 4:50 p.m. and we have a shift. All right, so, you know, if we were normal and did spring on the equinoxes rather than the calendar month, it's spring. All right, so, you know, we've come into Venus's season. She's in great condition. You know, Mars is there, yes, but here we go. Now we can come out of the analysis paralysis and move into, rather than being of service to people, we are now looking to, you know, negotiate, work with people, be in relationships, relate with people so much better. Okay, there we go. So that was that one. And Sunday. All right, so Sunday. Now we've got all these, we've got two squares in the morning. All right, so we've got, go back hours. So when we wake up in the morning, we have got irritation. All right, so we've got the moon in Capricorn, square Mars in Libra. So there could be maybe there's some work to be done that nobody wants to do. All right, so we've got square. Okay, so oh my God, you never do that thing. All right, so there's an emotional square to Chiron and Mars. We're looking back at things where there's no equality, right? But there is Moon, trine, Jupiter, and Uranus. So if there is an understanding about what the irritation is, then we can move forward in a different direction. All right, so I did say for today and was it today? Anyway, getting outside and using this Jupiter energy in regards to going and having an adventure to have a change of experience, rather than and you know, try and expel the Mars energy through physical outlets rather than you know, physical outlets, so we can try to be a better individual. Remember, Mars is also exercise, so maybe we can go out and do some sort of, you know, balance inducing exercise to become a better individual, rather than, you know, burn bridges. We can cross them and go for adventures. So that was my extended week ahead. So I will pause, okay, and stop my share. and I will. Hi, Kathy. Hi, Heather. And I will read the chat. Both Amber and I are having lower abdominal period pain and ear. Oh my God, my cycle started. I thought my cycle started yesterday, but it was a big so I think maybe the Scorpio moon this time, and Mars being in Libra sign, being pissed off. Like Mars kidneys are ruled by Libra rules kidneys. So Mars in Libra is absolutely the burning in the a burning UTI is absolutely Mars in Libra. So, and the moon in Scorpio amplifying that Mars. So did you had a horrible day yesterday with the same type of thing?
Yeah, period. So
Oh,
it came on, it was, same thing. So like, just down around the tummies and just absolute.
wow. Wow. Yeah, because it's been 2 months or something. So I'm like, a good guess when mine turn up now.
Same.
Wow.
Like first one for like
Perimenopause.
3 months.
The universe is like, surprise.
I'm saying stress.
Oh, I'm not stressed. I'm not stressed. So what's my excuse? Isn't it funny? We're look at the four of us in sync. All right, I've had my tea. All right, here, two charts. Same. Okay, all right. Let's go to what is Venus doing? Even though I did just talk about Venus. All right. Oh, stop. Okay.
Oh,
What? I'm
what's going
here.
on?
Can you see?
Oh, what am I doing? Hang on. I'm trying to mute myself. Oh, bloody hell. Oh, there we go. Stupid phone. Yeah. I'll mute. I found it. It's all good.
All right. Oh, so funny. All right, hang on. Well, what have I done now? All right. Okay, share screen. Okay, that one. All right, and let's unpause. No, resume share. Oh, okay, I am recording. Okay. I don't know how long I've been recording for, but there you go. All right. So the coursework, guys. So it's every week it's been in there. So let's have a look. Okay, so this week, all right, so Venus is actually starting to really get her groove on now. She goes from 15 to 19 degrees of Leo. So she's actually really starting to move, which is amazing. And like I said, on Sunday, the sun moves into Libra, which is Venus's sign. So now when Venus goes into Libra, and when we're looking at the experience that she's just had, she's going into relationships with so much more confidence, so more self-assured. Man, she can just handle stuff. Yes, Mars is in her sign, but she is empowered right now, or while she's still in Leo, especially. When she moves into Virgo on the 10th of October, she's going to be much more earth goddess, and rather than her being concerned with looking fabulous in an outfit up on stage being seen, she's going to be wanting to go and harvest her herbs in the garden type of thing, So Venus in Leo has been very exhausting for her as well, because she feels like she's constantly on show. So Sunday is the 24th. So she's only got like 2 weeks before she moves into Virgo. So the second half of Libra season is going to be a whole different type of energy than the first half. I've just realized that one out now. So this is going to be good. This is going to be really, really good. All right. So what is she doing with the moon? I thought I'd do something different. Like I was saying earlier, she is square. So the moon is square to her on Tuesday, all day. All right. So that is relationship tension. All right. So again, with stuff coming up, all right. So you know, maybe in conjunction with the trine on Thursday, maybe some hidden details might be coming out. You know, it could be sexually related, drugs, sex, other people's money, investments, you know, intimacy. It's a square. There's going to be some tension. I mean, it could be something that you build upon, you know, if now that, you know, this whole thing has happened and you are more emotionally intelligent and you can identify situations and work with them, then you absolutely get to use it as a step rather than a block or a barrier. All right, so Thursday, we've got the moon in Sag trine Venus. So that's beautiful. That's going to be in the afternoons through to Friday morning. That is more, let's have some fun, you know, definitely more fun times to be had Thursday evening. And then Sunday, moon in Capricorn is in conjunct Venus. And like I was saying about Sunday, there is some irritation. So yeah, I'd be taking yourselves out of the house into the great outdoors on Sunday to get some fresh air and let the vibes be gone. All right. So what is she doing this week? All right. So she is sextile to Wednesday. To Wednesday. She is sextile to Mars, but on Wednesday. All right. So at the moment they're you know, they're sextile and they're moving together. On Wednesday, I don't know why. Maybe Mars is moving faster than her because they start separating on Wednesday morning. So right now, you know, they're working together. Wednesday, it's not like they're going to start fighting. They're just not working as well. All right. So what does that do? Arousing passion, heightened senses, direct excess energy, enjoying the company of others, and planning and spending money. All right. So I did say, I think that was Thursday with that fire grand trine. So just watch for your money management this week as well. All right. Moving on. All right. So Venus is trine to Chiron, the third and final meeting for this journey. So that, like I was saying earlier, is 5:40 p.m. on Saturday. So, you know, we could be feeling vulnerable, you know, especially if we are working with the energy. So we're acknowledging that this is the third hit and that there is a finishing to be had. All right. We've gone through the whole journey. Might as well acknowledge what the lessons were while you're in it. All right. So, okay, could have us feeling vulnerable, but also aware of our healing needs and why we are here. All right. We could be treating ourselves with so much more care now due to the learning the lessons of experience. All right. So I hope that's the case for you guys. I hope you are looking after yourself more and, you know, allowing things to play out, using your words to speak up. You know, we don't have to be the silent good girls anymore. All right. Okay. There could be opportunities to build bridges in relationship, you know, as opposed to that Sunday where we can burn them down. And even Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday with the Scorpio moon, there's absolutely bridge burning potential. All right. Or that you have found the healer and or teacher that you needed and the changes that were needed are being realized. All right. So, you know, what did the Chiron journey look like for you? All right. Oh, there you go. There's more. Okay. And also, so starting on Saturday morning, Venus trine the North Node. Oh my God, guys, this is so good. You know, this is literally all of the work that you have been doing is showing you the path ahead. All right. So that is exact on the 27th of September. And then on the 30th, we have the final Venus square Uranus. All right. So it's not in this week, it's next week. But I mean, seriously, positive new chapters starting in life, moving in the right direction after something has been released. Money and relationships are highlighted. All right. So the North Node is in Aries now, and the South Node is in Libra. That's right, isn't it? Excuse me. Yes, the North Node is in Aries. I'm sorry, guys. All right, so there we go. I will pause Zoom recording. Okay, so in here we are, things to ponder this week, guys. All right, so I mean, it was pretty self-explanatory when I was talking it all, but week 14, have you found a way to express yourself authentically and still heal and be accepted? All right. I mean, I know a couple of conversations that I've had, people have spoken up and spoken out, and the response that they got wasn't what they thought they would get when they were quiet. So, you know, can you now just be authentic and be accepted? And also just, you know, like just even the speaking out and not getting the expected response is enough to heal, is enough to realize that, you know, the fear that you had was unfounded. So hopefully this is something that you can consider, that, you know, you have found a way that to be authentic and be accepted. Okay. So have you found a way to channel your healing into creativity? All right. Now I know Heather does a lot of painting as you know, a healing aspect to her transformation. So I mean, that's one thing. I mean, even my mom, like, I don't know whether I'd call it healing, but you know, she is much nicer when she channels her creativity. And I suppose that's a healing thing, you know, you can go into a nice place. So, you know, have you found a way to channel your healing into creativity? All right. Next one. Have you expressed honesty in a relationship and been heard and still accepted? That's pretty much the same as the top one, but there was more to it being, is this something that you will keep doing? And were you surprised by the outcome? All right. So like I said, that conversation that I had with someone was beautiful, you know, being unaware as to why they wouldn't speak up in the first place. And then, you know, I mean, now I'm just hypothesizing, but, you know, it's the probability is that, you know, your mother, you know, was the quiet and silent type, or you were always told to shush and, you know, don't talk, or, you know, it could have been your grandmother, or, you know, I'm just saying the maternal line here. You could have had a patriarchal father who was like, you know, you don't know what you're talking about, shush. Any of these things could be a potential. So, all right. Have you confronted your old wounds and then still found self-acceptance? Okay. So that one, you know, I mean, these are all running together, but, you know, something that you feared about yourself and then you found out that it wasn't as bad, or that you found your tribe and you're not as unusual as what you thought you were. I mean, that's a big one, you know. I'm listening to a story at the moment, and this guy's got a particular thing he likes, and he thought he was the only person. And then he met a group of people and he wasn't the only person. And then his personality just thrived and flourished. So, you know, confronting your own wounds and finding self-acceptance, definitely. All right. And have you tapped into your inner child's needs during this time? I mean, Leo is the 5th house. It is the inner child. So, you know, we could be, you know, we could be communicating with them more. We could be hearing them. We could be, you know, doing little things to satisfy them. Our big selves could be talking to our little selves. You know, I mean, I often talk to my inner child, you know, at times of need, and I don't ever feel strange about it. I think inner child work was probably one of the first modalities of self-healing that I did when I was about 18. So it's actually probably longer that I've been doing inner child work than astrology. I mean, I loved astrology, but you know, as far as education for self-healing goes, inner child therapy was the first thing that I did. So, you know, so much work can be done in doing that. Okay, next one. Have you been able to serve others in a way that didn't make you feel insecure, whereas maybe you did before? Okay, so this is this week's things to ponder. So I hope that was something that made you ponder. Okay, and stop.